Hi, my name's Dave. I'm a carpenter, and I was struggling with, tight back, and my lymphatic system is clogged. So I needed help with, cleaning up my body.
Hi, I'm Adela. I'm his wife, and I was suffering from loss of focus and just being tired, overly tired, more than usual.
Well, back in 2017-18, we used to come here, and to be honest, that's when I was still doing carpentry, so I felt like I was getting a lot of exercise there and stuff, so I wanted to come here, get fixed, and not have to go home and do homework. So the at-home, things that we're supposed to do and all that, I didn't want to do it. So I kind of fell off. We stopped coming, and then I developed an issue with my eye. So I ran back into Dr. Kalie, and I started coming back, and I realized that how important it is to do my part, to do my homework. I got to put in the work, because it's my body to get fixed, and they're going to help me, but I have to do my work. So
home care is very important when you're wanting to stay on this health journey and you're really taking your health seriously. There's no other problem that really matters in the world other than when something medically starts to happen and you think that it wasn't going to happen to you, and then it does happen. So what really got us back on track was listening to what Dr. James was stating and Dr. Kalie, the fact that we needed to know our why. We needed to remember what brought us here. And then actually it was really interesting because they offered this challenge, the 30-day challenge, and they offered us to go to CrossFit, which was amazing. Well, the result that I like to share with everyone is that my husband got to work out with me. So this is like a blessing because I've always wanted to work. I'm a person that needs to be motivated with somebody else to go to the gym. And I was going before with my partner. However, she and I were basically just like not really exercising. We were like at a resort. And then when we went to this CrossFit, it was so amazing because you tend to hear things about CrossFit that kind of discourage you. And I was kind of worried about injuries, but that was clearly not the case. We walked in from day one, everybody, they helped us, they accepted us, they treated us like we've been there like family. And it was amazing because I get to do it with my best friend. So it was awesome.
Definitely experienced more energy. I lost some weight. I'm exchanging, I think, fat for muscle, which is what was my goal. And like I said, I have issues with my lymphatic system, and I know exercise is the best medicine. So now it's like I think to myself, how come I didn't do this a long time ago? But not till sometimes you're directed or led there. We're lazy, so we're not going to do it. I don't know. You got to be encouraged.
I would say that when you think about coming to a chiropractor and getting aligned, a lot of people don't take it very seriously. They're scared of injuries. They just don't feel comfortable. I really have to say that from day one, even from before, I really wanted to stick with it. And of course, you want your family member to join with you and to be with you. But coming back, and it's really important to make sure that your health stays intact, because if you just fall off for just a moment, like the few years that we were gone, it really can impact a situation later on that could have been eliminated. So I just have to say that I wish that we would have stayed on board, because going through what my husband was going through, we couldn't have done it without the judges.
Well, health is very important. I mean, they say you could have all kinds of problems, and you really don't have a problem until you have a health problem. Then it becomes one problem, and that's literally what happened in my life. And I always thought I was somewhat healthy because I worked out. I worked hard, but I was eating unhealthy and drinking alcohol, and I realized that if I want to live a long, healthy life into my older age, it's important what I do now. And so, and I love the Judge Chiropractic. They incorporate, it's a theory of, health, body, and mind. It's not just fixing your back or just coming and getting a fix, getting cracked. It's a whole theory, which is awesome, and that's what I really love.
Yeah, I feel that also, just to say that When you're eating healthy, when you know how to eat healthy, I was really scared. I really thought, oh my God, it's gonna cost a lot of money. We're not used to that. We're used to eating a certain way. How am I gonna do this? And they're here to give you those special steps that you need and encouragement to say you can do it, to get off of sugar, to eliminate certain foods, to encourage your family members. We're grandparents, and I don't want my grandchildren to eat the stuff that we think was okay before because we're in a hurry or we don't have time. So we have to find the time for our health, our self-care. Your nervous system, the spine, it controls everything. It's a part of everything. I mean, when you look at your spine, you never really thought about it. I never thought about it until Dr. James explained it, and how it works and how important it is to stay aligned and keep your spine intact, because it affects every single part of your body. You wouldn't even imagine what, if you're off just a little bit, how it can affect, certain areas that you would think, oh my God, let me go run to the hospital, to the doctor, to the urgent care. And really, all you needed to do was do your home care exercises.
Yeah, no, I just feel that, the good flow in your body is everything, and since I've been getting in line and doing my exercises and working out, I mean, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, to be honest.
And you're doing really great
Yeah.
with your eye since we've been coming here, and it's just amazing. So we just want to say thank you to the judges.
Thank you very much.